Hi, hello my dear students. Welcome back to chemistry class beta. So in the last video class, we have discussed about the dual nature of light. That means EMR, electromagnetic radiation. So electromagnetic radiation that contains dual nature, one is nothing but particle nature and one more is nothing but wave nature. Yes, sir. So this is the concept we have explained mainly. Especially we can say that particle nature of light that was explained by corpuscular theory by whom? Newton beta. And another nature is wave nature of light that was given by wave theory of light and proposed by whom? Huygens. And I have told you clearly, but furtherly the wave concept of and furtherly the wave nature of light or EMR that was completely developed by James Maxwell. So in this video class, I am going to teach you. So according to James Maxwell, according to electromagnetic theory of radiation, what is meant by EMR? Means what is meant by electromagnetic radiation? How electromagnetic radiations are going to be produced and how the electromagnetic radiations are transmitting, moving. And finally, what are the properties of electromagnetic radiations? Around 7 to 8 properties are there. Each and every information here I am going to be discussed now. Don't be neglect even a single property and don't be neglect even a small definition also. Okay, now you have to be focused on every formula, every unit, on every property. That much of very important for theory come objective. Okay, beta? Yes. So let me consider first of all, sir, what is mean by EMR? Listen, EMR is nothing but electromagnetic radiation. And simply in our language, we can say that light. And listen carefully, as per James Maxwell, he has given this explanation in the year is nothing but 1870, as per electromagnetic theory. Okay, so he says that every light or every EMR, maybe cosmic ray, maybe gamma rays, maybe visible rays, whatever that may be. Okay, all of you. So every light, and also we can say that every EMR that should be associated with, that should be composed with two special components. So in that, the associating component number one is electric field component and one more is nothing but the magnetic field component. Okay, beta. So by the composing of, or we can say by the association of electric field and magnetic field, by the composing of both the fields, here we are going to get a complete meaning of light and also we can say that electromagnetic radiation. So question is, electromagnetic radiation or light, they were associated with how many fields? Two fields. One is electric field component and one more is magnetic field component. So by the association of this both the electric and magnetic field components, here we are going to get a complete meaning of EMR and also we can say that light. I hope you understand this meaning clearly. So now my question is, sir, how that electric and magnetic field components are developing? Okay, na? Yes. So how the electric and magnetic field components are developing and how they are transmitting, that is the main focusing we have to be discuss here now. Okay? Yes, that only I am going to show you now. So James Maxwell, first of all, he suggested that, he told that, or we can say he proposed that. So first of all, he has considered some of the electrically charged particles, not neutrons, because of neutrons are electrically neutral particles, remaining others we can consider. So first of all, James Maxwell, he has considered some of the electrically charged particles he has taken, and he said that when electrically charged particles, when they comes under movement, that means when electrically charged particles, when they comes into movement, or we can say when they comes into motion. Okay na beta, automatically he said that such electrically charged particles which are in movement, or we can say which are in motion, definitely they contains certain what nana fixed amount of acceleration. 100%, that is the common concept nana. Every electrically charged particle which was in motion or movement, definitely that will be accelerated. So now final thing is, such accelerated electrically charged particles, they are going to produce two alternating fields. Which type of particles beta? Electrically charged particles which are having certain acceleration, or we can say accelerated electrically charged particles when they undergoes acceleration. So such accelerated electrically charged particles, they are going to be produced two alternating fields. Okay na beta. So one field is, we can say that electric field component, and one more alternating, okay, now producing field is nothing but the magnetic field components. So how the electric and magnetic fields are producing beta? So electric and magnetic fields are producing due to only the reason is acceleration of electrically charged particles. Okay now, so this is the question repeated in the competitive exam also. So the question is, how the electric and magnetic fields are generating? The answer is, due to acceleration of electrically charged particles, they're going to be produced two alternative fields. One is electric field and one more is nothing but magnetic field. Now such electric and magnetic fields which are producing due to acceleration of charged particles, they're going to be transmitted, they're going to be propagated in the form of waves. Such waves are known as electromagnetic radiations, and also we can say that electromagnetic waves. I hope you understand the definition. So once again, little bit some more extra information. So here same thing I have taken here, electrically charged particles. So when they are in motion, or when they will comes under movement, definitely they are undergoing what nana? Acceleration. So such accelerated electrically charged particles, here already I have told you, they are producing two alternating fields. One is electric field, one more is magnetic field, like this. So due to acceleration of charged particles, they are going to produce the electric field component, and one more is alternative manner, is one more is nothing but here they are going to produce the what nana? Magnetic field component. So both they are producing what? Alternatively. Same thing we can say that here we are going to get the production of magnetic field. Again here we are going to get the production of electric field. Again same thing, here we are going to get the production of electric field. Here we are going to get the production of what? Magnetic field. So electric and magnetic, magnetic and electric, electric and magnetic. How they are in propagated? Always we have to say that electric and magnetic fields, they are alternatively producing, and always both the fields are perpendicular to each other. Okay, so in that manner, such alternate electric and magnetic fields which are produced by the acceleration of charged particles, they goes to be transmitted in the form of what nana? Waves. Such waves are known as electromagnetic radiations. I hope you understand the definition. Once again I am going to be repeat for you because of very important. Okay, so due to acceleration of electrically charged particles, they are going to produce the two alternating fields. One is electric and one more is magnetic. But both the fields, electric and magnetic fields, both they are producing alternatively, and they are transmitting in the form of, so this is the electric field and this one is nothing but magnetic field. So both the alternative fields, after the production, they are moving, they are transmitting, or we can say they are showing propagation in the form of waves. Such waves are known as what nana? Electromagnetic radiations. Such a definition of EMR and production of EMR, transmission of EMR, that is a concept given by whom? James Maxwell as per electromagnetic theory. Okay, beta? Yes. So before going to know the properties of EMR, once again you see the main diagram. Okay? Yes. And you suppose here this is the center point of atom, or we can say, okay, now element. And definitely here atom, inside the atom or element, we can see the number of charged particles except the neutrons. Okay, now so the electrically charged particles which are inside the atom, and you have to be imagine here that atom was present in a 3D space. The meaning is nothing but that atom was present in a three-dimensional space, nothing but here one side I have written x dimension, and one more side I have written here y dimension, and one more side I have represented here z dimension, x, y, z. We can say that what known as Cartesian coordinates, or we can say 3D space, nothing but three-dimensional space. So in that three-dimensional space, from the respective electrically charged particles, how the EMR going to be produced? Okay, yes. So here number of electrically charged particles are there. By the absorption of certain amount of energy, 100% they will comes under the movement or motion. Means such electrically charged particles, they are undergoing the process acceleration. Due to acceleration, automatically by the gain of energy, indirect meaning. Okay, so due to by the acceleration, such electrically charged particles, they are going to produce how many fields? Two fields. Okay, one field is electric field we are getting, that is from the with respect to y dimension, and one more field is, yes, this is nothing but another field, magnetic field component, that one we are generating with respect to what, nana, z dimension. So with respect to y, I have denoted here, okay, production of electric field, and with respect to z dimension, I have denoted here production of what, nana, magnetic field component. So both the electric and magnetic fields, alternatively they are producing and they are transmitting in the form of waves. So this is the diagram of electromagnetic wave, or we can say electromagnetic radiation. So such electromagnetic waves or radiations, they are moving in the direction of, they are transmitting, or we can say they are propagating in the direction of what, nana, x direction. I hope you, the meaning of diagram you may know clearly. Now in that diagram I am going to show you 2 to 3 specific words I am going to show you. Okay, beta? You suppose it is nothing but the electric field component, maybe electric field component or maybe magnetic field component, whatever that may be. In every wave, definitely we can see 2 peak points. One is, okay, now maximum upward displacement, one more is maximum downward displacement. So this point indicates what, nana? Maximum upward displacement of the wave, and this point indicates the, again, maximum downward displacement of the wave. So this is nothing but what? Maximum upward displacement of the wave. Such maximum point we have to say that crust. What we have to say, nana? Crust. And one more definition, the maximum downward displacement of the wave. So this area particularly, so this is the particular peak position, we have to say that this is nothing but the trough. What we can say? Trough. So maximum upward displacement, such point is known as crust. So 1, 2, 3, 4, all are nothing but the crust positions. Crust means the point with maximum upward displacement of the wave. Okay, and what is meant by trough? Trough is nothing but the point with, again, maximum, again same thing, the point with maximum downward displacement of the wave. So this is known as trough, crust and trough. Clear all of you? Yes, beta. So by using this crust terminology, we have to be define the wavelength. Again, by using trough terminology, we can define the wavelength. So what is meant by wavelength? How to define the wavelength? By using crust and trough terminology. That one I am going to give you the definition in the properties. So up to there, try to wait, man. Okay, all of you? Yes. And here in the diagram, I have represented one symbol. So from central axis x to maximum point, that is nothing but crust. So from central axis to crust, this area is nothing but capital A. Again, from central axis to trough, again this gap is nothing but capital A. So what is mean by capital A? A for amplitude. A for what, Nana? Amplitude. So what is mean by amplitude? What is the importance of amplitude? That one also I am going to tell you in properties of EMR. Okay, I hope you understand the meaning about the diagram also clearly. Okay, now beta? Yes. Now let me consider properties of EMR. Here I am going to tell you about the first property. Already I have told you that property. All 8 properties are dead easy and very simple definitions. Okay? Yes. So EMR means electromagnetic radiation, or we can say light, and this is nothing but electric field component, and this is nothing but magnetic field component. Yes, this is what, Nana? Here I have denoted clearly. So this is magnetic field and this one is nothing but electric field. So electric and magnetic, magnetic and electric, magnetic and electric, electric and magnetic. That means both the fields they are perpendicular to each other. Electric and magnetic fields are both they are what, Nana? Perpendicular to each other. Electric field, magnetic field with respect to central axis. Okay? So that is the first property. Electric field component, electric field component and magnetic field component, both they are perpendicular to each other. So the meaning of this symbol is nothing but what, Nana? Perpendicular. And also we can say that electric field and magnetic field, both the fields are perpendicular to the direction. Once again you see the diagram. So this is nothing but what? Magnetic field. And what about this, Nana? Electric field. So magnetic field and electric field both are perpendicular to each other. And also you can see this is the magnetic field perpendicular to the direction, electric field perpendicular to the direction. So clear cut point is electric field component and magnetic field component both are perpendicular to each other. And also we can say that both are perpendicular to the direction of propagation. I mean both are perpendicular to the direction of transmission. This is a very important point. Second point I want to say that, sir, how the electromagnetic radiations are transmitting, or we can say propagating. First suppose water. Okay now. So water, Nana, you know very well, for the transmission of water, definitely we require a particular what? Medium. Yes or no? We require a particular canal. Medium to chahiye na beta? Water glass. Okay, carrying ke liye chahiye. So whatever that may be, for the transmission, or we can say for the propagation of water, definitely we required certain fixed what, Nana? Medium we required. But what about EMR? EMR is nothing but what? Light. So for the transmission of light, did you require any medium? We don't require any medium because of light can be travels even in vacuum also. Yes or no, beta? Yes. So once again, light, and also we can say that EMR for its propagation, and also we can say that for its transmission, for its propagation, and also we can say that for its transmission, we does not require any medium. Okay na? So we don't require any medium, no medium. So for their propagation, we does not require any medium, because of the reason is electromagnetic radiations, they can show the propagation or transmission even in vacuum also. Even in what, beta? Vacuum also. Okay, all of you. Good. So let me consider property number 3. So the third property I am going to be right here. Listen, my dear students. Totally we have 9 types of electromagnetic radiations. Cosmic rays, gamma rays, X-rays, UV rays, visible rays, IR waves, microwaves, TV waves and radio waves. Again, this list of electromagnetic radiations in tomorrow's class I am going to give you clearly. In the topic is EMS, that is nothing but electromagnetic spectrum. So that electromagnetic spectrum we will continue in tomorrow's class, but the meaning is you have to be focused here. All types of electromagnetic radiations, they can travel even in vacuum also. Means for their particular transmission we won't require any particular medium. Okay, they are traveling or propagating even in vacuum also, okay, but they are traveling with what is the speed? All 9 types of electromagnetic radiations, they can travel with same speed. Okay, they are traveling with same speed, fine, but sir, what is the traveling speed? The speed is nothing but the, which is equals to the velocity of light. Velocity of what, Nana? Light. And you know the value, I hope, very well. Okay, yes. So I want to say here, all the electromagnetic radiations, all EMRs, they are traveling with same speed, they are showing propagation with same speed, that is the speed equals to the, what, Nana? Velocity of light. That is the speed equals to the velocity of light, or we can say equals to the speed of light. So all 9 types of electromagnetic radiations, they are traveling with same speed. The speed is equals to the 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second, and also we can say that 3 into 10 to the power of 10 centimeter per second. Okay, all of you, Nana? 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second, or we can say 3 into 10 to the power of 10 centimeter per second. So all the 9 types of electromagnetic radiations, they are traveling with same speed, that is nothing but the speed of light. Okay, so sir, what is the formula to calculate the speed of light? Speed of light, C, it can be calculated by using the formula is nu into, what is mean by nu? The meaning of this symbol is nothing but frequency, and also we can say that NUE means nu is the short name, and exact name of this form is nothing but the frequency. Frequency into lambda. The symbol of meaning is nothing but lambda. The meaning of lambda is nothing but the wavelength. So what is the formula to calculate the speed of light, or we can say speed of EMR? Okay, all of you, beta. So all of you listen carefully. Try to remember this formula. So C is equals to, C means speed of light, or we can say velocity of light. Okay, all the electromagnetic radiations, they are traveling with same speed. That value already I have given to you, fixed. And but formula also we can write, speed of light C is equals to frequency into wavelength. Symbol of frequency is nu, and symbol of wavelength is called lambda. Okay, all of you? Yes. So first point is regarding how the electric and magnetic fields are arranged, perpendicular, and both are perpendicular to the direction. Second point, it is the information about the medium, whether they require any medium or not for the transmission. They won't require any medium because of they can travel in vacuum also. And all 9 types of electromagnetic radiations, they can travel with same speed, which is equal to the speed of light. That value already I have given to you. You must remember both the values in meter per second and in centimeter per second. Okay, beta. Yes, let me go for property number 4. Here I am going to be discussing about the frequency. Which property is we are going to be discussing about the frequency concept. So frequency symbol is nothing but the somewhat we are writing in the form of V letter, but exactly we have to be pronounced by using the meaning is nothing but nu. Okay, so what is mean by frequency? What is the symbol of frequency? Nu. But what is the definition of frequency? Now I am going to teach you the definition. So the definition is, first suppose it is a particular point through a particular point, or we can say through a particular hole. In the time is exactly how to be mentioned, the time is nothing but the in 1 second time. So in 1 second time, through that particular hole, how many waves are passing? Okay, that number is equals to frequency. Once again, so you suppose it is nothing but a wave. Okay, now, so like that we can pass number of waves, na beta? Yes, so we can say that one wave, and also we can say that two wave, and also we can say that three wave, whatever that may be. Okay, so like this now, clear carefully. So number of waves which are traveling, or we can say which are propagating, or we can say which are passing through a particular point only in 1 second time. So in 1 second time, how many waves are passing through that a particular point? Such a number of waves are equal to the frequency. I hope you understand. So just what is the one word definition? Number of waves passing through a particular point, number of waves which are passing through a particular point in 1 second time. In 1 second time, एक सेकंड में उस पॉइंट के साथ कितने वेव्स पास हो रहे, such number is equal to the frequency. Okay, and sir, definition to okay, but what is the formula to calculate frequency? Frequency can be calculated by using the formula nu, okay, is equals to C by lambda. Nu is equals to what, Nana? C by lambda. So nu is equals to C by lambda. This is the formula we have to be used for the calculation of what, Nana? Frequency. I hope you understand. Sir, how that formula we got? That formula we got from the speed light formula. So speed C is equals to frequency into wavelength. So frequency nu is equals to C divided by lambda. That is the formula. Okay now. Sir, how the formula, how this formula we are getting? According to definition, lambda means wavelength. Length means distance. So the distance traveled by a wave, frequency means in 1 second time, that is equal to velocity. Common definition. Okay. Anyway, try to remember the formula. Frequency formula is mu is equals to C by lambda. Definition okay. Formula okay. But sir, what is the unit of frequency? Frequency can be measured in what are the units? In unit, that is nothing but the H, and the denoted by the symbol is nothing but Hz. And also we can write another unit. The frequency can be measured in another unit, that is nothing but what? CPS. Sir, what is meant by CPS? Cycle per second. Means in 1 second time, how many waves are passing? That is called cycle per second. And also we can write another unit. Simply we can say that is nothing but the second inverse. Okay, all of you, Nana? Sir, but what is the relation between the three units? That is little bit important for competitive point of view. So the relation is 1 CPS is equals to nothing but 1 cycle per second unit. It is equals to 1 Hz fix. 1 Hz. And also we can say it is equals to the second inverse. All are equal. So we can say frequency will be measured in all three units. But the major SI form is Hz, and remaining forms also we can consider CPS, cycle per second, and also we can say that second inverse. Now I am going to be discuss about the property number 5. So the fifth property we can say that is nothing but the what, Nana? Wavelength. Wavelength. Okay. Sir, what is mean by wavelength and what is the symbol of wavelength? Wavelength, the symbol can be denoted by the little bit we can say reverse, or we can say ulta waveform. But we don't say ulta waveform. Wavelength, it can be denoted by a particular letter. Okay, that symbol already I have written here, but its name is called lambda. What is the name? Lambda. So wavelength means always we have to say that lambda is a symbol. So definition I am going to give you now. So to define wavelength, first of all here I am going to consider a wave. What I am going to consider, beta? I am going to consider a wave. Okay, fine. I have taken two waves. So to define wave, we must do, okay, now the wavelength we can define in two terms, by using crust terminology and by using trough terminology, TROUGH. By using both the terms, we can define the wavelength. But how? So this is the point, it contains maximum upward displacement. And also we can say this is the point, it contains maximum upward displacement. So this is the maximum upward displacement, this is called crust, and it is also maximum upward displacement, it is also we can say crust. And this is the point indicates maximum downward displacement. So this is nothing but trough, and it is also maximum downward displacement. It is also nothing but what, Nana? Trough. Now the definition is, so this is the point indicates, what is the point, Nana? Trough position. Yes. Wave length. Length means distance. Fix? Okay. Length means distance. So the definition is distance between two adjacent crust, two successive, or we can say two adjacent crust of a wave, that is called wavelength, and denoted by the symbol is wave lambda. Next, or we can say the distance between two adjacent trough, and it is also known as what, Nana? Wavelength. So once again, wavelength, the meaning of wavelength is, length means what, Nana? Distance. The distance between two adjacent crust or two adjacent trough of a wave is known as what, beta? Wavelength. I hope you understand. Okay, good. Sir, what is the unit of, once again here I am going to give the meaning. The meaning of wavelength is nothing but the, what, Nana? Distance between two adjacent, crusts, or and also we can say that two adjacent troughs. Okay, so distance between two adjacent crusts, or we can say two successive troughs of a wave, that is known as what, Nana? Wavelength. Okay, fine. Sir, what is the formula of wavelength? Wavelength can be calculated by using the formula lambda is equals to, in the place of lambda we have to write nu, in the place of nu we have to write the lambda. So lambda is equals to C by nu. Lambda is equals to C by nu. This is your final formula to calculate what, Nana? Wavelength. But what are the units of wavelength? Wavelength, length is nothing but what? Distance, or we can say radius. It can be measured in angstroms, and also we can say nanometers, and also we can say picometers, PM, and also we can measure in meter, and also we can measure in centimeter. And finally we can write another unit, that is nothing but the millimicron. What we can write? Millimicron. Sir, but what is the relation between these all units? 1 angstrom is equals to 10 to the power of minus 8 centimeter, and also we can say that 10 to the power of minus 10 meters. You know the relation very well, already I have told you. Next, 1 nanometer. 1 nanometer means Nm. 1 nanometer is equals to 10 to the power of minus 7 centimeter, and also we can say 10 to the power of minus 9 meters. Okay, now beta. Right. Yeah, and also we can consider it is equals to 1 millimicron. Why? 1 nanometer is equals to 1 millimicron. Because of reason is what? The reason is nothing but milli means 10 to the power of minus 3. Micron means 10 to the power of minus 6. Minus 3 minus 6 means we can say equals to 10 to the power of minus 9 meters. Okay, na beta? And also we can say 1 nanometer is equals to 10 angstroms. Because of why? Angstrom means it is equal to 10 to the power of minus 10. 10 to the power of minus 10 into 10. Again we are getting 10 to the power of minus 9. Okay? Good. And what is the another unit here? Yes, so one more is nothing but PM. What is meant by PM, beta? The meaning of PM is nothing but the picometer, which is equals to 10 to the power of minus 10 centimeter, and also we can say that 10 to the power of minus 12 meters. Okay? And just another two properties are left, beta. That one I am going to tell you now. Yes. So next property I am going to be discussed about the wave number. Which property, beta? Wave number. So what is mean by wave number? And it was denoted with what is the symbol. So wave number can be denoted by the symbol is nu bar. Frequency symbol is nu, and here is nu bar. That is the difference. So frequency is mu and wave number is nothing but nu bar. But definition was very simple. The definition is, so wave number is the value it is equals to reciprocal of, it is equals to reciprocal of wavelength. Wavelength is lambda. So lambda reverse value, this is called wave number. Reciprocal ka meaning inversal value. So formula we can write that wave number nu bar is equals to 1 by lambda. Wave number nu bar is equals to what, Nana? 1 by lambda. Okay, all of you. So lambda is nothing but what? Wavelength. Wavelength is inversely proportional to nu bar, or we can say nu bar. This is nothing but reciprocal. The meaning of reciprocal is inversely proportional. So wave number nu bar is inversely proportional to wavelength. It is nothing. Simple definition you can write down. And the units I am going to tell you. First, suppose wavelength. Length measured in meter. Reverse means we can write what? Meter inverse. Wavelength measured in centimeter. Reciprocal means we can write what? Centimeter inverse. Like that, simple definition, small formula, and units we can write now. But for objective point of view, for need point of view, one small formula I want to modify. So here is, we can write mu bar, it is equals to 1 by lambda. But lambda is equals to C by mu. In the place of lambda we can write C by mu. Means, okay, nu we can write upside, and this is nothing but C lambda. Okay, all of you. So when we simplify this formula, nu is nothing but what? Frequency. It is equals to C into nu bar. This is the formula you required for the purpose of competitive exams. So frequency nu is equals to nu bar into C. Nu bar into C now. Yes, property number 7, that is about the amplitude. What is the property? Amplitude. So the symbol of amplitude is capital A. Already the diagram I have told you. So see the meaning. What is mean by amplitude? So with respect to central axis X, with respect to direction of propagation X, this one we have to say that height, and this one we have to say that depth. Height of the crust, or we can say depth of the trough. So the simple definition is, we can say that height of the crust, or we can say that depth of the trough. So in a particular wave, or we can say any wave, the height of the crust or depth of the trough, that one we have to say that, which is equals to what, beta? Amplitude. Okay, right. But we have to know that, sir, what is mean by amplitude? Iska meaning क्या हो सकता है? Okay, that meaning I am going to tell you now. So just here you see the meaning, beta. What is mean by crust? Crust is the point which shows the maximum upward displacement of the wave. That means as the amplitude value goes to be increases, that shows more intensity. That means that radiation or light that contains more brightness. Okay, all of you know, na? So I want to say that amplitude A, that indicates the, or we can say that determines the intensity, and also we can say that brightness of the system. Intensity, or we can say brightness of the EMR, or we can say brightness of the light. That means as the A value goes to be increases, means height of the crust or depth of the trough. As the A value goes to be increases, that EMR will becomes more intense, that will gives more brightness. That is the meaning. Yes, unit क्या हो सकता है? Height of the crust or depth of the trough, nothing but displacement. So displacement means it can be measured in unit. The unit may be meter, and also we can say that what, beta? Centimeter. And eighth property, or we can say last property, that is a common statement, beta. Every electromagnetic radiation, radiation is nothing but what? Light. Light is nothing but what? Form of energy. Okay, so the symbol of energy is nothing but we can denote E. So every electromagnetic radiation, or we can say light, light is nothing but form of energy. So energy of every electromagnetic radiation, energy of every electromagnetic radiation, that should be directly proportional to its frequency. This is the property we have to be say that given by the scientist scientist name is nothing but the Planck's. Again, in upcoming Planck's theory, about this we are going to discuss briefly now. But remember, so energy of every electromagnetic radiation, that should be directly proportional to its what, Nana? Frequency. When we simplify this equation, energy is directly proportional to nu. Nu is nothing but what? Frequency. Yes, when we simplify this formula, E is equals to what, Nana? H nu. E is equals to what is the formula? H nu. So instead of directly proportional, what I am writing here? H. H is nothing but Planck's constant. Okay. So when we simplify this formula, energy is equals to H into, what is meant by nu? Nu is nothing but frequency, which is equals to C by lambda. So we can say that it is equals to C by lambda. E is equals to Hc by lambda. All these three formulas are very important. Okay. But 1 by lambda, instead of that what we can write? Nu bar also we can write. So another formula here I am going to write that energy is equals to H into C into 1 by lambda. 1 by lambda equals to what? Nu bar. So here you can write the nu bar also. Like that number of formulas we can derive now. But sir, H is constant. Which constant? Planck's constant. It contains certain value that is equals to 6.625 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second. And also we can say 6.625 into 10 to the power of minus 27 erg second. Okay. So both are nothing but the Planck's constant values. Nana. Try to be remember both the values. But what is the general units of energy? Energy can be measured in units. Simply we can say that joule per mole, and also we can say that calories per mole, or we can write kilocalories per mole. Like that number of units we can consider for measuring energy values. Okay, beta? Right. So the final and evergreen relation related to this topic, which may be useful for the competitive exams, the formula is energy is always directly proportional to frequency, nothing but nu, as per this formula. And you see this formula, energy is also directly proportional to nu bar, nothing but we can say that wave number. But energy is inversely proportional to what? Lambda. So energy is inversely proportional to lambda. So this relation try to be remembered, because of this relation must be required for upcoming topic, that is nothing but electromagnetic spectrum. So what is the relation between energy and wavelength? Inversely proportional. So here I am going to write the energy ratio. E1 by E2 is equals to lambda 2 by lambda 1. Because of energy of the radiation and its wavelength, always they will be inversely proportional as per the formula beta. Okay. So based on these formulas and electromagnetic spectrum information, that both we are going to be discussed in upcoming class. Okay.